What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to tutorial 19, and today we'll see how to load JSON file or JSON data from multiple URLs. So till now whatever we have seen, it is reading JSON file from directory or file path, reading JSON file from URL. And in the last tutorial it was like we did load one JSON file from a URL, but in this tutorial we'll see how to load multiple JSON file or not file JSON data, sorry for the mistake. We'll see how to load JSON data from multiple URLs. So what will happen, we'll be going to have one config file. Within the config file we'll be going to update some URLs, and from the piece of Python code we'll be going to read that file. We'll get the URL, and from the URL we'll be going to request those URL to get the JSON data. Okay, so for example, in one of our file we'll be going to put all these URLs, and based on this URL we'll get the corresponding JSON data. Okay, so if I show you guys, just wait a minute. So here, let me just open this thing. So this is actually one JSON data here. Okay, where is this thing? Okay, right. Okay, the second thing is this one. Okay, so let me just click this thing. Okay, see, I get this one. Okay, and here the first one is actually the same URL whatever we used in our last tutorial. I didn't change that, but the remaining last two URLs actually we changed. Okay, so you see here. Okay, so we'll be going to read from this URLs, and these are the JSON data. It will be coming as a form of map. Okay, single map. Okay, so first thing first, there is not much to discuss for slide. So if you go here, if you see, so this is actually the use case, how to load JSON data from multiple URL using Cypher, Epoch, and Epoch Procedure and Python. So these are the use case, these are the prerequisites. So let me just explain this thing again. If you are going to call Epoch Procedure, then you must enable or update this lines so that the prerequisites are actually been set. But if you do not follow this step, then your code will not work, and you will get some error that Epoch Procedure not found, or some prerequisite not met. Okay, so for that you have to open your Neo4j browser, go to settings tab and copy paste these lines. After then hit on click, hit on apply and OK, and it will ask you to restart. That's it. But if you're not able to understand by this instruction, then I will highly recommend you guys to go ahead and watch tutorial number 75 or 77. There actually I explain everything in the video. It's kind of demonstration. Okay, but if you do not update this thing, then your code will not work. So next thing is we'll be going to write the code actually. So in this tutorial I'll be going to do everything from the Python, not from the Neo4j browser. Code anyways will be do some sort of iteration through the list of URLs, which is actually available inside our CSV file. So not CSV file, text file. So it is better to do this thing from the Python console, but it is possible to do it from the Cypher. Okay, not Cypher. Cypher will be used as a the query language, and we'll be going to use the same query. But I'm not going to do this thing with the Neo4j browser. Code it is actually not going to be simple. Okay, and it will be very complex. So that is why I just want to keep everything simple, and it is better to use the Python, because whenever the requirement is to read multiple files, definitely it means you are definitely going to do some sort of analysis or data analytics or data science related job, and in that case it is better to use Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so let me minimize this thing. Okay, so first thing first, let me just give one name to this file, Neo4j underscore tutorial underscore 90. Done. Then where we'll write tutorial 90, then how to load JSON data from multiple URL using Cypher, Epoch and Python. Okay, So why these three things? Our query language will be Cypher, will be going to use Epoch procedure, and our actual coding of the programming language will be Python. Okay, so first thing first, from Neo4j import graph database, then we'll import IO for reading the file. Okay, then we'll write driver equals to graph database dot driver, we'll write URI like this, then we'll write auth, then we'll write Neo4j, then we'll write Rambo @1234. Okay, then we'll write fashion equals to driver dot fashion. Okay, oh, actually I forgot to put this URL bold, so let me just copy this thing bold, and let's run this thing. Okay, no error means everything is working fine. Now we'll try to read the file URL from this file. Sorry, where is my something called url.txt? If you open this url.txt, I have this link over here. So let me just read this file. So it should be with io.open, then here urls.txt, then it should be open in the read mode, then our encoding going to be UTF-8 as f1, then we'll write like file underscore data is going to be f1 dot read. Okay, and then we'll close the file dot close, right? And once this is done, we'll be going to write file underscore data is going to be file underscore data dot split. We are going to split this using new line. Okay, and then we'll write file underscore data, means we'll be going to print. So it will give you one list, and every element of the list will be the file URLs. Sorry, not file URLs, the URLs actually. Sorry for saying file URLs. See, okay, now I have to iterate through this thing, but before I iterate through this thing, let me just write down the query. Okay, so it should be call epoch.load.json, and here I'll be going to write down the variables, or variable will be URL. Okay, that's it. Now I have to iterate through this thing. So it should be for URL in file data, file underscore data, right? So we're going to create one dictionary. So it is going to be this URL, this value will be coming URL. So this URL is going to be this URL from this thing. Okay, URL, right? And after that we'll be going to results equals to session dot run. So I can write yield a value, that's it, session dot run. So it should be query q1, and I have to write this. So this is done. Then what happened, I have to write print, no sorry, it should be data equals to results dot data, like this. And here actually what I'll do, I'll just create one JSON underscore data list, and I'm going to put everything inside the list. Okay, so every file data will be append JSON underscore data dot append equals to this data actually. Okay, okay, all done. Let me run this thing. Okay, all done. So now I have to check what is actually having this JSON data. So this is the complete list. If you check here, so what I'll do, I'll just going to iterate through this thing. For row means the single JSON data, JSON underscore data, print row, and after that we'll be going to write print. Okay, so let's run this thing. See here, this is one data from the first file, the employee salary and everything here. Okay, so if you go and check, see, I got this employee data here. Okay, and this is our second file data, some this thing, not file, second URL data. Sorry guys, every time I'm using file data, so everything is coming from URL, not file, so sorry for the mistake. And this is our second file data, just to understand what is actually like what is the actual list or what is the actual URL data. So I'm just trying to segregate this thing using this thing, just to understand. Okay, this line is having no significance, but to like give you guys some sort of readability, that it will be easier to read and understand, like which part is actually denoting which URL. Okay, so now you understand guys, this is actually very simple, very easy to do, and by using this thing you can read multiple file. Okay, so let me take a screenshot of this thing, but this code is kind of a bit complex. If you are not familiar with not familiar with Cypher and Python, you will not be able to do it. So that is why Python is important, Cypher is important. So some of the tutorial it is actually Cypher heavy, and some of the tutorials it is Python heavy. So in this tutorial it is both, actually combination of Cypher and Python. So I'll recommend you guys to like this is 90 tutorial number 19, so you guys can understand that we have completed lot of things, lot of basic stuff, lot of advanced and intermediate topics. So just should not it is not going to be like help you if you just go and watch my videos. So I'm saying this thing for last 1 year. Try to do some sort of practice, like grab your pen and paper, design some use cases, and definitely it will help you to like design your what do you say, if you think analytically, you will come up with more use cases, and if you are able to generate more use cases, then actually it will help you to understand and develop some more like expertise within Cypher. So try to do some sort of practice. Just don't rely on my videos only, because if you are just going to watch my videos, after some time you will definitely forget. You have to write your own code, you have to come up with your own ideas, and in between, if you are having any doubt or need any clarification or having any problem to understand any of these topics, please feel free to ask me. I'll try to answer all your questions, but try to do some sort of coding. Okay, and apart from this thing, if you guys are having any suggestion, feedback, or if you want us to improve our qualities, or if you have any problem with our contents, please feel free to write me. I'll always try to improve our qualities as well. And apart from this thing, I got so many requests that I should do this use case, that use case. I would like to thank all of you. It is not possible to take all of your name one by one, then it will be really difficult, and the time is not going to permit to do this thing. So I'll encourage all of you to send me those use cases. I'll going to pick up few of the very common and few popular or some exciting use cases, so that it will be also going to help you. Okay, so feel free to send me those use cases which you want me to cover in this tutorial. I'll try to create videos. Okay, so that's it guys, enough of talking. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.